Once upon a time in the quirky town of Whiskerville, there lived a woman named Susan, affectionately and somewhat mockingly known as the Crazy Cat Lady. Susan had a small army of cats, all with elaborate names inspired by her favorite movies and books. She ran a YouTube channel called Lip Locked No More, a tongue-in-cheek nod to her self-proclaimed expertise on feline antics and her penchant for local gossip. Despite her colorful personality and unwavering love for her cats, Susan felt overshadowed by another YouTuber, Jodi Sue Brown. Jodi Sue was a rising star in the true crime community, but her success came with a hefty dose of drama. Known for her nasty personality and sharp tongue, Jodi Sue had a following that seemed to double each week, and Susan couldn't help but feel a pang of jealousy whenever she scrolled through Jodi Sue's videos, which were filled with sensationalized tales and personal attacks masked as critiques. One evening, after a particularly disappointing week where her subscriber count had barely budged, Susan sat in her living room surrounded by her cats, brainstorming ideas for her next video. Then, a light bulb went off in her head. "I'll just be real with my audience. They love my candid nature," she thought, brushing aside the nagging doubts in her mind. In her latest video, titled Lip Locked No More: The Truth About Jodi Sue, Susan dove headfirst into a critique of Jodi Sue's success. With a dramatic flair, she lamented, "How can someone who thrives on drama get so much attention? I'm here with my adorable cats and no one seems to care. Jodi Sue is just a nasty piece of work who's cashing in on tragedy and controversy." Susan continued, weaving in a mix of absurd comparisons, like how Jodi Sue's sensationalized storytelling was akin to a bad reality show, while her cat videos were a refreshing escape. Her humor was sharp, but beneath the laughs lay a deep-seated resentment that bubbled to the surface, and she didn't hold back. "I mean, seriously, how many times can you listen to her tearing people apart? At least my cats have real charm," she sneered, punctuating her statement with a shot of her fluffiest cat, Mr. Whiskers, lounging lazily on the couch. As the video went live, Susan felt a rush of exhilaration. The comments came pouring in, some supportive, some critical. Initially, she reveled in the attention, but her excitement quickly turned to discomfort as she noticed the unexpected backlash. Many of her viewers, drawn to her humor, were disappointed by her mean-spirited jab at Jodi Sue. They left comments urging her to rise above jealousy and focus on what made her channel unique. Meanwhile, Jodi Sue, known for her caustic retorts, responded to the negativity with her usual biting sarcasm. In a video titled The Crazy Cat Lady Exposed, she ridiculed Susan's attempts at humor, saying, "Lip locked no more, more like lip locked forever." Maybe if she spent less time with her cats and more time creating quality content, she'd get some respect. Susan watched Jodi Sue's response with a mix of anger and embarrassment. Here was a woman who thrived on negativity, using it as a weapon. As much as Susan wanted to dismiss Jodi Sue's words, they stung more than she cared to admit. In the days that followed, Susan reflected on her actions. It became clear that her channel had a unique charm that didn't need to rely on tearing others down. Inspired by her own realization, she decided to shift her approach. She started a series called Cat Chats, where she showcased her beloved cats and shared uplifting stories about other creators, even if they weren't in the true crime genre. As Susan embraced her true passion and began to focus on positivity, her channel slowly started to grow, not just in numbers, but in the richness of her content and community. The jealousy that once consumed her faded, replaced by a newfound appreciation for kindness and collaboration. In the end, Susan learned that there was room for everyone in the vast world of YouTube. With her heart and her channel now aligned, she could proudly say, "I'm lip locked no more, and that's a good thing." And her cats purred in agreement, basking in the warm glow of their newfound positivity.